We're out here in Normal, Illinois, just down the road from the Rivian factory. This is the flagship charging location for the Rivian Adventure Network. We've got a Rivian charging and a Tesla. We're going to get into all the details. Let's get going. This is the flagship Rivian Adventure Network charger. Reason being is that these chargers are actually built right down the street here in Normal, Illinois. We've got the rad Adventure Plaid backed in. In a second, we're gonna take a look and see what it's like to charge at a Rivian Adventure Network. I just wanted to quickly show you guys this really cool sign here. This little plaque right here is a message from the Rivian team. It says, "Proudly made in Normal. Our Rivian team proudly builds all of our Rivian Adventure Network charging components right here in Normal, Illinois. The team who built these charging dispensers and the supporting electrical hardware work just a couple minutes up the road from this very place. Thanks for stopping by to recharge with us." That's such a cool message. It is very convenient actually to get here. Beautiful big parking lot. We've got the accessible parking spot here, and you'll notice that they have labeled each stall as to what type of plug you can expect. So this one here, this is a CCS. So we've got the larger CCS plug on that guy there. Now, of course, you can still use adapters. If you have an NACS adapter, you could certainly use this stall. That's not a big deal. One of the things I really love that Rivian has been fantastic with, and I'm starting to see a little bit more from Tesla, is the pull-through trailer stalls. So when you're pulling a trailer, you've got a longer vehicle, you have these full-length pull-through areas, and those have a little bit of a different sign as well. It says they are priority for vehicles with trailer. This one here we can see is an NACS. Now let's take a look and see how Rivian does a NACS connector, and there it is. So a little bit different. Of course, that is the much smaller, much more compact plug that everybody has moved over to. The Rivian R2, Gen 2, R1 products will use this as well. Of course, everybody can use adapters both ways. And there's the little release button on the back there. And you can see inside, it has that little hook. You can see right on the bottom here where it hooks on. And just like the Tesla superchargers, it's plastic. I don't know that I love that. I would like to see that metal because over time that does get worn off, but this one looks to be in good condition, although it is much newer. So let's take a look and see what it's like to charge the rad Adventure Plaid on the Rivian Adventure Network. Now, the last time I believe, or one of the more recent times that I used the Rivian Adventure Network was when I plugged in at the Joshua Tree charging outpost. So let's get it plugged in and see what's up. So here is the pricing and information. So it does do sort of time of day, time of use type of pricing. So if I have a Rivian, I pay 45 cents a kilowatt right now. For an other vehicle like the Tesla, you're going to pay 53 cents. You have here's your grace period. So idle fee grace period. Otherwise, it's 50 cents a minute for you to sit here. So that's $5 to sit for an extra 10 minutes, but the first 10 is free. So we can go over here to details. This shows you all of the details of this particular charging. Max current is 500 amps, 300 kilowatts, and total that this dispenser had put out is almost 65,000 kilowatts. That's kind of a neat stat. It says here Saturday, Sunday, so we got weekend pricing, and it shows sort of time of day. So there's 3 a.m. to 7 a.m., 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. So all different pricing here. So that's pretty cool. So you can hit details, close, plug in your Rivian to charge. And what's cool is that this particular location is powered by 100% renewable energy. Very cool, Rivian. Plug in your Rivian to charge. Well, we're gonna plug in our rad Adventure Plaid. So we just grab the handle. That is not locked in, so that's all right. We can go on this side of the post here. And let's see, we'll just tap that and plug it in. It goes right in, no problem. Let's see if it'll turn green here right off the hop. Check and see what's happening on the screen here. Let's just take a look and see. So it says charging 0. And my frunk is open. Gotta fix that. Okay, it says, oh, there it is. Charging station authentication required. All right, so we got to go back to the charging station. We're back here at the charging station, and on the display it says to tap a card below or pay with the app. So we can either pay with the Rivian app or we can just tap our card. Now, I do have the app, but I want to demonstrate what it's like because I actually really don't like going to off-brand chargers and having to download apps and fool around and all that sort of thing. So what is it like if we just want to use Apple Pay? So I'm going to pull up a credit card here and we're just going to tap. Where do we tap? Oh, we tap right here. So how easy is that? Processing, and it's approved. This is super easy. That's fantastic. Look at that. It's starting to charge. No app necessary. Literally take out your card or your Apple Pay, simply tap it right here. And yeah, let's see. The car's charging. It must be charging. I just heard the contactors click over. Let's check and see here. Here we go. And boom. Oh, look at that. It doesn't show a supercharger. It shows like I guess it's kind of like a Rivian charger, but I guess it's just a non-Tesla charger. Still, that's really cool. We're pulling 100 kilowatts. Now we are at 57% state of charge, so 100 isn't bad. That's not bad. Jeepers. That's super cool. Yeah, okay. Perfect. We are charging here, guys, at the Rivian Adventure Network. Just had this beautiful R1S Quad Dark Edition pull in, and you can see he's charging up there. He's got the little lights, the sequential. I don't know if you guys can see them in the camera, actually. No, you know what? You can't. But there's like little green lights going across the back there as he's charging. That's pretty cool. All right, so I know what I was going to show you guys. The other adapter. All right, so we are charging at the Rivian Adventure Network. This is beautiful. Now, if they didn't have the NACS or the NACS connector like this guy has here, you can see that sign that says NACS. This guy here says CCS. So let's say this was really busy and there was another Tesla or an R2 parked right here charging and I didn't want to wait. I could actually come up to this one here and use this adapter. So I picked up one of these for each of my cars that have obviously the Tesla NACS, but this is a CCS adapter. Super easy how this works. Let me just show you. All right, so you just simply take this off, plug on your adapter, and there you go. That's it. Plug that into your car, and it works just the same as the other unit that we just plugged into the vehicle. So by having these with the NACS, that's great. Saves you having to bring one of these, but if you have one, then you don't have to wait in line, or you don't have a fear that maybe you can't plug in or what have you. So this is a really nice site. Obviously, this is one of their flagship sites, being that it's right here in Normal, which is, you know, where they actually build these chargers. It's in their hometown. So obviously they're going to make sure that this place is perfect. I love to see dual pull-through stalls. This is excellent. And the way they have it set up too, it's very easy to get to. You can see that my charge port is on the driver's side rear. The Rivian's charge port is on the driver's side front. Now the R2, it has a charge port that is the same as the Tesla. So they have to have charging stations to match, you know, every type of EV. So not just Teslas, not just Rivians, but everybody. So this is really cool. They've got big long cords on them too. I actually like the design of their cabinet. Let's take another closer look. So you can see that the cable is draping from one side of the car to the other, and it is not touching the back bumper. So I love that. We do not want cables rubbing on the vehicle. This is cool. I like this readout. Just noticed it's telling us what the charge rate is without even having to check on the dash. So far we've spent $3 and we've got just about almost 6 kilowatts. So there we go. Super cool. And the labeling is really clean actually, because all your displays on the side, it kind of reminds me of like a V4 supercharger, but a little bit different. But I think Rivian was actually first with the longer cable, because the version 3 superchargers, they can get a little janky with non-Tesla vehicles, or even the trucks actually as well. This is cool. You guys can see this rainbow LED in the side. When these are just set to the white setting, it actually just looks like it's Rainbow Road type of thing. But then when it's in use, it turns to a solid green. So you can see my charging stall is solid green. So pretty cool little setup here. There's a grocery store, pet supply, pizza place. There's restrooms, place to eat, that sort of thing. So So we ended our session. All I did was hit stop charging in the Tesla, and I just wanted to see kind of what happened here. It says here, unplug your vehicle, but even though we're not charging, we spent $6.46 to get 12.19 kilowatts. What's interesting is that you're still going to hit idle time in what, 8 minutes. So they are going to charge the card if you leave the car here. So I could have turned off charging from the app. Let's say I was out in this grocery store and I was like, oh, you know what? It's stopped charging or whatever. Well, it's still gonna hit me with about, I think 9 or 10 minutes, I guess this is, because we're down to about 8 minutes. That makes sense to get out here and move your car because they just don't want these stalls being held up. So that does make sense. That's a decent grace period, 10 minutes. I do like the countdown timer on the side here because that's, you know, not leaving anything to the imagination. So kudos to Rivian. I like that design. Very, very nice. And again, this is the flagship location for Rivian's charging network. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 dispensers in total. They dispense up to 300 kilowatts. So big charge rate. It's very nicely laid out. I'm very happy with it here. Now it does make sense because this is closest to where they make the vehicles and the chargers themselves. So it's definitely top tier. And you know what? Every Rivian Adventure Network location that I have been to has really been thoughtfully built out, really well put together. Got another R1S rolling up here. This is kind of cool. So the Rivian on my right has a NACS connector. This Rivian over here is using a CCS connector. It is a generation 1 and this is a generation 2. So you can see that there's all types of vehicles that can use this particular charging location. It's gonna be a busy day. We're gonna hit the factory, but I wanted to show you guys real quick, kind of a good rundown on what the situation's like here when you're not using the Tesla supercharger network. And I would say that Rivian is one of the very few other charging networks that is dependable. Massive uptime, 99% type of thing, right up there with the Tesla supercharger network because, people get caught up on charging performance and this and that. I just want it to work. I do not want to show up to a charger and fiddle around with apps and fool around and have to pay for parking and go through all these types of nightmares only to have when you plug the thing in for it to not work and you're just wasting time. That to me is a no-go. Rivian, clean, it works every time, it's well set up, and it is run by a fantastic team. All right. Oh, and look at that. You can scan for a digital receipt with a little QR. That's pretty cool. Very nice. And you guys can scan that and get my receipt. Wow, $6.46. That's it for this quick video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next video.